So. Damn it, did I already close the deal? U6 again, the special support section. Derek, Minnith, we have a few things we'd like to ask. What kind of agreements were you hoping to conduct today? Mending my affairs on my father's behalf again, are you? Please, Derek, there's no harm in answering the question. After all, our plan has already been set in motion. What do you mean by that? Right before you arrived, Derek, and I finished signing this paperwork. In doing so, we have arranged to expand the operation to the Lotus Fields lent to me by the villagers. The Quincy Company will then take over the management of the fields. What? You sign away the rights to almost all of the village's agriculture. Is this really what you want, Derek? What are you talking about? Nothing is changing. I'm only transferring management of the fields to him. Yes, of course, it's quite simple, really. With my company harvesting the honey, we'll be able to continue the production of the candy. A temporary transfer of the land's rights to my company is the necessary first step to facilitate the process. What a crafty bastard. His scheme has reached its final phase. Which means... Oh then, Derek, I'll be delivering the contract to our main office. We'll be in touch come tomorrow. Look forward to good news. Sounds great, I'll be waiting. Lloyd, we can't let him get away. Before you go, Minnith, we have a few questions. Oh? What might that be? But for starters, are you aware of the allegations leveled against you? The primary of which, of course, is suspicion of fraud. What? That's absurd. How dare you insult Minnith like this? Now, Derek, please calm yourself. Minnith? Special support section, was it? But could possibly make you suspect me of being a common criminal. Surely you have some manner of proof to reclaim. There we do. Intriguing, why don't you tell me about it then? But first let me remind you that I am a pure citizen. If it turns out that your allegations are indeed entirely baseless, I will do what I must to right the indignity police officer though you may be. It's fine with us? Lloyd! Don't worry, Ellie, let me handle this. First investigation, there is no doubt in my mind that Minnith is guilty. I'm going to expose him as a fraud. Yes, and show Derek the truth. How very glib. If that's how you want to play this, then go right ahead, answer anything you like. Well, the first question. Right, about your actions in Crossbow. There's a contradiction between what you've said and what you've done. Could you please recount your actions for me? Contradiction? Well, since arriving in Crossbow, I've been cooperative with Derek to advance our plans. Said plan will result in the formation of our American Honey Company, a subsidiary of the Quincy Company. It will specialize in producing candy made from America's high-quality honey. Combined with the company's acumen, it is a surefire success. The venture has already been approved by the city and is just about prepared to launch. And I was so contradicting about that. Well, I think the plan is more like a charade from where I'm standing. Our investigation has uncovered a key discrepancy in what you just said. The minute that the plan is underway. The records we looked into at the IBC reveal your mistake. You said this plan is prepared to launch. In reality, it hasn't actually made any progress at all. The IBC? What are you talking about? Consider this. If the Quincy Company truly did intend to go through this plan in Crossbow, it would need a loan from the IBC to fund the construction development of the subsidiary. Well, yes, of course. I registered a company with the city and opened a corporate account, but that's as far as you went, isn't it? The account for the American Honey Company contained no more than the minimum balance required to open it. While we weren't told the exact amount, it was speculated only the tens of thousands of mira. Just how were you planning to build a factory and run a business with so little starting capital? You looked into my IBC account? This can't be true, can it, Minnith? Please don't misunderstand, Derek. I never said there wasn't any credence to the claims. And me commenting on the audacity it takes to do something so invasive. Forget that. Explain why there's hardly any mira in that account. Being an executive of the company, I must be especially judicious when moving money around. As such, I can't take out a loan on behalf of the Quincy Company. Of course, I will be securing one from the IBC once I've received permission from the main office. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Deft evasion. Don't count us out just yet. I can tell Minnith is getting frustrated. If you continue to press him and pile on the evidence, we can get him to crack. That look on your face tells me I have something more to ask. It just happens I do. It was far from our only point of contention about you, Minnith. You're still not satisfied? Don't let them rattle you, Derek. This will be a good opportunity for me to clear your mind of any and all doubt. Next, I'd like to ask you about you, Minnith. You say that you're an executive of the Quincy Company. Was that really true? Wait, what are you implying? Are you trying to say that Minnith isn't associated with the Quincy Company at all? That's what our evidence points to. Oh, goodness me. I didn't expect you to say something so outlandish. How about I show you my business card and employee ID? Those articles could easily be forged. Regardless, we have evidence that will supersede either of those. We find a Quincy Company informational brochure. An informational brochure? Oh yeah, the one in Mademoiselle's room. We recorded main points in the detective notebook. The brochure comes directly from the Quincy Company main office, so there's no doubt about its authenticity. What's more, there's a clear discrepancy between the contents and what you just told us yesterday. What I told you? That's right, something you mentioned made it clear to us that you aren't the executive you claim to be. His dislike of sweets. Allow me to quote a statement you made yesterday. Despite working for the company, I've never been one for sweets. Do you deny this fact? Lord, how exactly is it relevant? That's right, I don't care for sweets. What of it? Are you trying to say that someone who dislikes sweets couldn't possibly work for a confectionery company? A confectionery company in general, maybe, but not this one particular. What are you going on about? What do you work for? The confectionery police department? This is what was written in the brochure. The prototypes are personally sampled by our executives, who, after many meetings, decide whether a product is worthy to go to market. Isn't it curious? What does that... Wait! It doesn't make sense that somebody like Minnith who dislike sweets would be hired by a company like Quincy, not with a tradition like that. Wouldn't you agree? That's not... I mean, I never said I hated sweets. That's not going to work on us. You admit to not liking them in this very conversation. How stupid do you think we are? So that raises the question, why would you lie about being an executive of the Quincy Company? It is simply intend to gain Derek's trust before ripping him off. This is the only deduction I can make based on the evidence. As for the confectioner seeking to make us use of America's honey, the Quincy Company was merely a name with this way to it, one that Minnith threw around as a show of credibility. Minnith, what is the meaning of this? You tricked me? Derek, don't allow yourself to be deceived by these scoundrels. What, you just caught us? I mean, think about it for a second. Let's say, for argument's sake, that I did come to Markovich for the purpose of founding a fraudulent honey company. If, that being the case, I had an ulterior motive in Derek, seeing my very good new friend Derek, then what was it? Why would I go to such ridiculous length? If you have no proof to back your claims, then you have no right to call me a fraud. You should arrest yourself for slander. We do bear the burden of proof as well as providing a viable motive. As far as the motive goes, I think I have a pretty good idea. What? Are you sure, Lloyd? I bet you started entangling anything that's going on here. Don't worry, I've got this. The person who pointed us in the right direction today is also going to retrieve the final piece of evidence we need. Last piece of puzzle that will oust Minnith once and for all. Quit with the mumbling. If you have something to say, then out of it. With pleasure, you want all to these lengths to receive this village with one goal in mind. Seizing land rights. Your true objective here is obtaining the land rights to Marco village itself. What? I tried to be known named Harold Hayworth gave us some information about you. Immediately after arriving Crossbill, you, Minnith, started looking into land prices throughout the state. Prices. If you were employed by the Quincy Company in search of new business ventures, this would make no sense. So why do it? Can I think of one possibility? Seizing land was your aim from the very start. It was? Of all the outrageous schemes. There's more to it. America Village is surrounded by scenic beauty, making it a high-value location. I suppose the deeds were sold to a third party as prime real estate for a villa resort. How much more do you think they would go for? Land like this would estimate somewhere in the tens of millions of mira. That said, I don't think the villagers would ever agree to such an arrangement. Exactly, that's what makes this whole fraudulent ruse painstaking as it was as a necessity. Now, if you assume your motive are to obtain land itself, your actions become that much clearer. First, you obtain the rights to the lotus fields, the farmland, and the village private properties. Then, under the pretext of returning to your company's main office, you vanish from Crossman entirely. Finally, you sell the deeds on the black market and pocket the hefty sum of mira they're worth. That, Minnith, has been your plan for the entire time. Minnith, I can't believe what I'm hearing. Lloyd is dead. Thank goodness, it looks like we made in time. Derek. Father? Mr. Hayworth? Aren't you from Mr. Grimmel's office? I'm his assistant, Pete. You would have come yourself, but I had to go back to drafting Constitution. Did you come with evidence? There we did. Ian said this would prove to be useful insurance. You're all going to want to take a look at this. Pete produced a photograph for Revenge to see. It was a man who looked like a merchant with the same face as Minnith. That man is pictures. Why? Why do you have this? A reporter Mr. Grimmett knew in the Empire gave this to him a long time ago. However, the name of the photo isn't Minnith, it's Rittner. Rittner? I feel like we heard the name recently. Ah, I remember. It's the name of the man who stole the Erebonia Baron's land, the one Mr. Grimmett told us about. Okay. Oh yeah, that dude. That's right, I asked Ian about it again and he said there's no mistaking it. Well, this is a plot twist I wasn't expecting. Lloyd, why don't you do Minnith the honors? Tell him the only thing this photo could mean. With pleasure. The reason the man before us, Minnith, and the man in the photo written look identical is they're the same person. Myth and Rittner are one and the same, that's the only explanation. And it's because they're the same person that their MOs are such a close match. Mr. Grimwood came to the same conclusion. The man must have swindled down to an exact opposite science. You're a crook, Minnith. As such, you'll be charged with attempted fraud. This is, of course, on top of the fraud you previously committed in Erebonia. Finally, justice for just such! Can only guess how many skeletons we find in your closet when we got done with you. I would very much like to hear all of the details in the department's interrogation room. You, damn you! I am a professional, my work must be flawless. You meddlesome brats! That's some Scooby-Doo villain shit. I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you meddlesome brats! He's a Scooby-Doo villain. It's always a bound line in Scooby-Doo. Minnith. Ha! Don't get too full of yourself just yet. You may have won this time, but I won't be apprehended so easily. What? Come, my lovely beasts! God, here's warhounds, war cats, war kitty cats. What? Monsters! They appear to be well trained too. These cougars, don't freaking tell me. No. Derek! Chief told it's too dangerous. Do you have any idea what you're doing? I know precisely what I'm doing, hence why I'm doing it. Oh, and don't think for even a second about trying to fight me. That is, unless you don't value the life of Derek and the villagers. Now step aside if you would. Fare thee well, for we shall never meet again. Derek! Damn, we can't just let him escape. After him! No! You managed to get away. Oh, I've never been so frustrated. I can't believe spinal cows like him gave us a slip. Hätten wir gewinnen können, wenn wir das Auto mitgenommen hätten? At least none of the villagers were hurt. Ich glaube nicht, ne? Let's look at the silver lining. What a mess. If you come across him again, you won't be so lucky. Nope, steht nichts dort. Also denke ich mal, hätte ich nichts bekommen, wenn ich mit dem Auto hergekommen wäre. For now, though, let's regroup with Chief Todd and the villagers so we can report what's happened. Yeah, it's a good idea. I can't thank you enough for what you've done today. It's no exaggeration to say that you saved the village from the clutches of that conman. Though he still got away in the end. Yeah, but now the department knows to keep a lookout for him. It should only be a matter of time before he's caught. Derek? I made a grave mistake and I put everyone through so much trouble just so they could fix it. I let that man rope me into the scheme and it nearly cost us all our livelihood. Don't be sorry on yourself. You're not the one who's guilty. Wrong. It's my fault completely. No two ways about it. I was so desperate to fix and reform a market that I ignored my father and almost drove it into the ground instead. I have no rights to become the next village chief. That is where you're wrong. Father? I've been so stuck in the old ways that I've never tried to hear your proposal for what they were. I've known the village will go under if we maintain our current course, and yet I've done nothing. It is my inaction that drove you to this, thus I must bear a large share of the responsibility for letting it happen. That's very admirable, Chief told her. Thanks to this crisis, I finally realized where I went wrong. The welfare of this village cannot hinge entirely on the ideology of a single stubborn-hoped man. So instead, Derek, I would ask that you provide me your input as well. We will each contribute our ideas and discuss them with the villagers. It's the only way we can ensure a future for America. You're right, I'm so sorry, Father. From here on out, I'm going to dedicate myself to the betterment of the village. I'm happy the two of you were able to reconcile. Same. Max, almost losing your whole village to some crook welfare, wouldn't you say? Put a sock in it, Wazy. Learn how to read a room. I'm really sorry about him, I swear, we've tried everything. At any rate, we owe you all an enormous debt, so allow me to express my thanks once more. I also owe my gratitude to Mr. Grimwood. It's a shame he couldn't be here. I pass your thanks on to Mr. Grimwood and let him know what happened. Even if I only played a minor role, I'm glad I could be of assistance. I look forward to our continued partnership, Chief told her. Same to you, Harold. If you could keep a lookout for Minnith, just in case he returns. And of course, you can always contact the SS if you ever need our assistance. Hopefully, it'll never be for anything related to this ordeal again, we'll be sure to keep you in mind. Yay. Will ich mal... Ja, wobei... So, was haben wir hier noch? Ah ja, Doll Studio. Warum gehe ich nicht gleich ins SSS-Gebäude? Oh, ich kann auch noch neue Waffen schauen. Hey, Zeit. Sehr schön. Sehr schön. Yes! Equip. I love it. So, Waffen. Ich will irgendwas Neues kaufen. Nope. Okay. Was kann man noch? Ah ja. This quick decoration from Randy's room. Ich war da. So take a break. May I come in, Ellie? Lloyd, yes, you may. Is it time for us to leave soon? Just about. HQ didn't need anything else in particular from us today. Everyone's still getting ready though, so don't feel like you have to rush. I'll see if there's some new decor to your room. Yeah, all kind of happened around really. I've been trying to cut down on clutter by taking all books and such with me on my trips home too. So it's way more put together than my place. She may have more stuff, but it perfectly complements your room. Why is it a music box? Yes, it is. It's a Reveld Reveld. Antique I found at Imelda's shop. Janet Bass brought up so many old memories I purchased right then and there. Would you like to listen for a bit? Sure, can't say I'm curious. Such a nice soothing tone, doesn't it? We've had company is better known as a Rebonia-based instrument manufacturer, but the music box is quite popular as well. I used to own a much smaller one that played the exact same song when I was a little girl. I bought it with me while studying abroad, only to end up losing it. See, could it have been a memento for our parents? I'd given up replacing it since they were no longer production, so I was practically beside myself when I was found out the Miller had one in stock. I can only imagine. You never really know what you might find there, huh? So I've discovered. Ja, dann shall we have to leave, Floyd? Sounds good. Ja, bevor wir jetzt Schluss machen, will ich noch kurz was schauen. Kann ich den nicht? Da stand eine IBC. Purchase. Habe ich die Kagemaro Piggyback schon? Ich will nur kurz gucken. Okay, ist nicht mehr drin, weil ich sie schon neu getan habe. Na gut, wir gehen mal schon zur SSS-Building. Würde ich sagen, war es das für heute mit Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure. Und wir sehen uns dann das nächste Mal. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao!